I want us to take a listen to our story for tonight, and then we will delve into the conversation or having your take, as well as Reverend Daniel and Counsellor Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, our 22-year-old sent us a voice note narrating her ordeal in her marriage. She's married to a 58-year-old man, and there's something going on in her marriage that she's unhappy about. Take a listen.
Dear Isidore, I am 22 years old and married to a 58-year-old man. For 2 years, people have looked at me and seen a girl who made it. A girl who moved her family from struggle into comfort. A girl who went from worrying about rent and hospital bills to living in a mansion she never dreamt of entering. But behind all that luxury, I am slowly breaking. I met my husband in my final year at university. At that time, I was drowning. Fees, family problems, no proper support system. He stepped into my life like an answered prayer. He provided for me, helped my mother, supported my siblings, paid my fees, everything. And not once did he demand sex or even suggest it. I used to think he was just being respectful, a gentleman with patience. Then we got married. 2 years now, and still, we have never had sex. Not once, not even an attempt. My husband only wants one thing. He wants to watch me with other women. That is what satisfies him. That is all he ever asks for. So while people see me living a fairy tale life, I'm living a secret that is slowly eating me alive. I feel like I'm trapped between gratitude and guilt, desire and duty, comfort and confusion. I want to live. I want to be free. I want a normal marriage, a normal love, a normal life. But the truth, I am terrified. Terrified of losing the house, the cars, the comfort, and most importantly, the financial security my family now enjoys because of him. Leaving him, it feels like tearing down everything he built for us. But staying also feels like tearing myself apart. Every day, I wake up asking myself, is this really the price of a better life? How long can I keep pretending? Do I choose myself or everything my family has gained? I know I need help. I know something has to change. But honestly, I don't know where to start or how to start it. Isidore, please.
At this point, I also don't know how to start and begin, whether we should, start from the top, the middle part of it, because in the first place, so one of the things that we did before today was we posted the story on our social media platform so we can prep, everybody and get to see the mind that people have for a case like this. And the comment session, if you can try and get those comments so we can read them in the course of the show, I would be very glad, because we ought to read them as part of today's, what will come in today as well. Ghanaians were not having it. They were not having it. Their main focus was the fact that, 22-year-old, only 58-year-old man in your thing. That was the only focus. That was the only problem out of the many things that she highlighted going on wrong. Someone saying she deserves it. Just say, her only sin in this particular matter is she being very young and marrying a 58-year-old man. And they're saying it's all because of money. I don't know what you think. I don't know what your assessment after listening to her is. But Patricia, I will come to you. I want to start with Reverend Daniel, then I'll come to Councillor Perfect, and I'll take your take as well.
Yeah. Good evening to your church viewers. We must all understand that our decisions and our choices determines the outcome we get at every given point in time. And we must understand that people's conditions differs from one another, either cultural, either traditional, either spiritual, either financial, or even the social status. Then the second thing we need to do is that, what do you want? Who are you and what do you want in life? I mean, the perspectives of life and the decisions and the choices which we have to pursue. If you want life to be fair with you, life will never be fair. Life at any given time will never be fair. But when we have such situations, what are our choices? Because he has narrowed everything that there's the only option. It's not the only option. There are several options that she could have chosen to embark on to remedy the situation that she finds herself in. But you see, Ghana, if this was to be in Nigeria, that would have been a different story.
How so?
Because Nigerians, the young girls love older men.
Oh, okay.
But Ghana, it's not like that.
Yes.
So when we come into our world, our worldview, quite often people look at you as a gold digger.
Yes.
More especially when the person is well-to-do. You could see that irrespective of the financial challenges, this girl fell in love with this man because he saw something that was so comfortable and accommodating. He talked about the sexual life, that the man was not making demands for sex.
Yes.
Which every woman knows that if a man is making advancements towards you, that's the ultimate that
Especially
he wants.
a 58-year-old
Yes.
man. Yeah. Giving sugar daddy vibes. Obviously, you know that when he is satisfying certain needs of yours, he would in return expect you to satisfy his sexual desires.
So this girl saw something that, okay, irrespective of the age difference, I think I can have life with this man. But you look at her age and you begin to see that immaturity is playing a very major role in her life. That bracket age of 20 to 25, that is a time that you first need to assess yourself and know who you are and what you want in life. So what is your vision? What is your goal in life? 2, at that age, you must be able to settle on what job that you are doing. Quite often, I always say the personal power of a woman is extremely important. Do not enter into a relationship that the person seems to be helping you. You must be adequate of yours. You must be self-sufficient. You must not be a person that you are vulnerable. Somebody is bouncing or chancing on your vulnerability. No. So the personal power of a woman, I define it in 7 areas. First, you must know God as a faith.
Yeah.
Number 2, you must know yourself, have a vision, a defined goal that I'm pursuing this. For instance, you will see that at bracket, what career path has she chosen and what is she pursuing? It's not defined. So should a man die? What will she do? There's no career path.
Yeah.
Number 3, she must have a defined job. A defined job that he knows that this is my job, or this is prospectively what I'll be heading towards. Number 4, he must be somebody who knows that these are my values. My values. I mean, these are my values. My values are this. My values are that. My values are this. So you'll be guided by all these things. So when a person comes into your life, you ask yourself, at this point in time, that's what I'm pursuing. Is it the right time to take a decision to marry? You see that she married prematurely. So the physical condition of the person also ought to be looked at, because maturity gets to a certain state that you must be able to ascertain yourself that, okay, am I ready? Even should this man had sex with her and she's bringing forth, was she ready? So that personal power of a woman ought to be looked holistically, so that women should not be treated that wow. I don't like that idea. Quite often people come into their life and treat you as if, look at what is happening even on the social media about a man, how he's treating the wife.
Yeah.
You just mess up the woman.
Which I mean,
why?
I did the story yesterday, and I wasn't having it at all.
So why should it be now Ottawa as if he has no life?
Exactly.
As if he has no identity.
Exactly.
As if there is nothing for you.
Exactly.
So the person treats you anyhow, and you don't leave, and you are still there.
And you are still there.
Tomorrow, when he thinks that they have to pour hot water on you, damage you, then he does it. And you know what? Other jurisdictions, I've seen some worse. I don't want to mention that region. I was standing there, and a man hit a woman with a bicycle. And I was expecting a man to say, oh, I'm sorry. He didn't. He rather questioned the woman, why did you stand there for the bicycle to hit you? Whoa, what is this?
Erin, at the end of the day, too, some mothers are not doing a good job because of the kind of, not mothers only, but parents in general. Some parents are not doing a good job with the kind of boys they are raising, the kind of men they are raising, what they put in their heads growing up. Because it seems that, unfortunately, till date, we are still struggling with that whole, a woman's place is in the kitchen. A woman's place is to only knowing how to satisfy her husband. And then that is it.
Not even satisfy you. As if a woman's world is like a slave.
Yes.
As if you have been bought. So you have no right to question. You have no right to make a decision. You have no right to make a choice.
Exactly.
It's all about the man. If the man, excuse me to say, is stupid, all that he says is right. There has never been a situation I have found that people have been bold to say, Jack, you are wrong. Every time, even when the man is wrong, we ask the woman to
be the bigger person. We have to be the bigger person. Ade, yeah, bread.
And there is something that goes on in the religious circle.
Yeah.
You see, most of our religious books is male dominant.
Yeah.
So quite often the silence, people think that because of that, no. Just deep and look at, I am of the faith of Christianity. Women, look at how people, even look at Mary and the references of Mary. All the great men in the Bible were not trained by their fathers, were trained by their mothers.
That's true.
All of them.
That's true.
All of them.
That's true.
They were trained by their mothers. So you see how the role of mothers, the fact that they were silent, doesn't mean that they should be marginalized, they'll be treated second class. No.
Okay. All right, Counsellor Perfect. Pertaining to our dear sister's story, I want you to come from the angle of what if, before she got married to this 58-year-old man, her family, like she highlighted in the audio, they didn't have. The man came in a period where it was the toughest moment for them. So money-wise, probably shelter, food, and then all of that. So what if she felt the need that I need to take it upon myself to be the savior of my family? And then this man comes in and is making it easy for her to be the savior of the family. What if?
Exactly, that's what happened. That's what happened. If you hear what she said, she said she was struggling, the man came in and all that. But before that, last week I was in Kumasi, so hi to Ashtown SDA Church, all Adventists, and Dr. Fifi Ochre, in Career District Medical Superintendent. He was awesome. God bless you. So going, you see, what she said, the first issue is lack of parenting or inadequate parenting.
Okay.
That is an issue. That has caused what she is now. So the parents, even if you are poor, you should find a way to take care of your child. The responsibility, the upbringing of your child rests on the parents, the mother and the father. Not just the father, not just the mother and the father. That's why God saw it wise, not just to give one, but two. So that if this one can't, this one will stand in, the substitute. So it's from the family. When she was struggling, paying school fees and the rest, the father should have gone for loan. The mother should have done something. They should have worked to take off this girl. And we have situations in our communities, in this country, that you realize that the children are left to fend for themselves.
Yes.
You see most of these university girls having sugar daddies and doing hookups. It's all because the family is not that strong.
Yeah.
If you are coming from a strong family, certain things you not do.
I mean, you call home, you are asking for, you have to buy certain books.
Yes.
You are entering university, you don't have a laptop. But in the university, you need a laptop. But your parents, they will tell you, point blank, we cannot afford a laptop for you. Try and manage. She's going to school. She needs a laptop.
But you see, we have all been there before.
Yeah.
And I quite remember that when you are going to school, when I was going to UCC, my parents told me that my dad was a headmaster, my mom is a teacher. So this is what we have. And this is what we have pushed. We have paid your school fees, where you're going to stay. This is the food and all the rest. When you go manage, share with them and show be them. That is what they told me. And they were expecting me to live certain lifestyle in school. So this is what I need to do. And if there's any challenge, I fall on them. And sometimes they tell you, wait, we are handling things. We get it to you.
Yes.
So you as a child, you know that I'm resting on their promise. I'm waiting for them to bring it. You don't tell your child, I'll go and fend it. Because some people, they are children, a young child of 18 years, 20 years in secondary school, in university, is holding iPhone 16. It's not you who bought it for her. You can't question her. No, it's because
you cannot question
it's lack of parenting.
You can't question
You
her.
understand? You can't question her. She's wearing certain clothes. You can't. It's because
of money.
It's not your money. But if you allow that, that is where the girl thinks that she needs to be the savior of the family. She never have to save the family, no. The responsibility is for the parent to take care of the child. If you're a parent and you are listening to me, it's not your child's responsibility to, when she's not of certain age, to be taking care of you.
She's not working.
No. Don't do that. Don't give birth and think that your eldest son should come and be taking care of the child is 18, 16, then the person needs to drop out of school to take care of that child, your children, which will be responsible. It's the parents who have caused all these things. And she also she was not having purpose. She lacked purpose. Because as a university student, and somebody is helping you, are expected to use that help to do something bigger. She's not thinking...
because it seems that all the money she's gotten from the man within a period of 2 years, she's just been squandering it. She's just giving monies to her family for them to live a comfortable life. Okay life.
No. You see, she's not thinking outside the box. If somebody comes in to help you, it's helping your family, what do? You let your father get a job. Something that will sustain. The mother gets something to sustain so that if the man is even off, you can still have something. You, the girl, now you have finished school. Get a job. Don't rush into marriage. Get a job. Get something doing for yourself. Better get your master, do something. So when it's time for you to leave, when you get into the marriage and things are not working, you leave. She was not having purpose. A lot of the young ones, their purpose is to be rich. So their purpose is to be rich. And they forget that riches, the happiness is short-lived if you have not earned it.
Getting rich quick, actually.
Yes. It's short-lived if you have not earned it, if you have not worked for it, you not enjoy it. This is what she's going to, because 22 years. Whilst your friends are thinking you're making it in life, you are rather in a man's house, sleeping with other females. so that he will be happy.
Yeah.
And now you are thinking, if I leave, the cars, everything.
Yeah, you lose everything.
Everything. You can't eat, my dear, you can't eat your cake and have it.
And she's still, yet again, thinking about her family.
Yes.
What her family would go through, because they are also going to lose everything that they have.
So if these 2 years, they can't, from all what the man has done for them, they can't fend for themselves and still depend on this man, then excuse me to say, that family, if she doesn't take care, there will be the end of her. And she herself, she's also not thinking right. She can't eat her cake and have it. And she's too young, 22 years, to be going through that life. She can't sustain that life forever.
Ooh.
So it's best she start thinking, if she needs to go to school, if she needs to get a job, she needs to do something, and she should cut down on the luxury life, letting people think that she's okay and she's not okay.
I want to come to Patricia on Zoom. Hi, Patricia.
Hello. Yes, the Reverend and Counselor, you have mentioned so many excellent points.
Right.
One of the things I want to address is hearing the young lady's voice, listening to that recording. The fatigue and the brokenness in her voice speaks volumes to what she's carrying. And so to give her a little bit of grace because of her age, because she was intercepted in her life at such a young time, give her some grace in the fact that she's coming forward and saying, I need help.
Yeah.
That is very courageous, because for her to stay in a circumstance or a situation where everything is taken care of for her is a lot easier than coming forward and anticipating the possibility of losing everything. But what she's learning, what her body, what her spirit is telling her, is that what she has been sent here to do by God is not aligned with what is going on with her in the world.
Yeah.
And so her body is telling her that, and it's going to be an internal battle, and we hear that in her voice. So that being said, the Reverend did bring up the point, and the counselor brought up the point, that at a very vulnerable age, she was approached by someone who she did not have the maturity to question their intention.
Yeah.
And if there's anything our young people need to do, is question the intention when someone approaches you, because they have a different idea as to what they want from you. And stopping your vision and stopping at the cars and the dinners and the luxury and the money, stopping there, you're walking into a pit of fire. And this is what she's experiencing right now. So some of the things that she should try to do is look at what are some of the benefits that she has. And let me explain what I mean by that.
Okay.
I really believe that whenever it appears like God closes the door, he's going to open the window. When it appears as though you have run out of luck, it's God tapping you on your shoulder to say, look in a different direction. There's something I have planned for you that you have not been able to see yet. She's 22.
Yes.
She doesn't have any children. She still has an education. As the Reverend mentioned, she has the opportunity to start a job, to do something. And as the counselor mentioned, her family is not her responsibility. It's the other way around.
Yes.
Right? And so this young lady she has many doors that can open before her if she has the courage to step away from the materialistic lure of what it is that this man pulled her into. So unfortunately, if I were to do an analogy, if we go into the wild, what does the lion want to hunt? He's not going to hunt the antelope that is fast and healthy. He's going to look and scan for the weak one. because that is the one that will be easiest for him to capture. And so unfortunately, that's what it's like when somebody is seeking out an individual, a young, inexperienced, vulnerable, struggling student. How easy is it for a mature...
With all that you're saying so far, I'm wondering what the man's goal or aim or reason was for marrying her at that very young age, what he was hoping to gain.
Even just approaching her, scanning and looking and just approaching her. And so we, as the counselor and the Reverend said, we need to teach our children how to ask the right questions. Pay attention to, if you're coming to me, what is your intention?
Yeah.
If you're coming to me, what do you want from me?
Yes.
And so I'm a mother of 4, and I've always said to my kids, you pick your friends, don't be picked. Okay. You look out, look around and see who's around, and you study individuals, and you decide who you want to be friends with, who you want to date.
All right. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join into the conversation. I'm here with Patricia. Patricia is on Zoom, and she just spoke, and she said so much already. Counsellor Perfect is also in studio with us, and Reverend Daniel is here in studio with us as well. Patricia, I think Patricia is back.
Yes, I apologize. I'm here.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of finish off what you were saying.
Yeah, so basically, another issue is boundaries. The counselor brought up the whole idea of her sleeping, you know, the husband wanting to watch her sleep with women.
Yeah.
So that is a boundary, because it sounds like it's not something she's comfortable with at all. She wants to have a normal life, a normal love, a normal marriage. And so boundaries at that point have probably been crossed over and over and over again to the point of marriage. And if we just look at the scenario with how much the man is providing for the family and how much the family is benefiting from it, again, the boundaries, as a mother, I would ask my daughter, how are you doing? How is your relationship with this man? Why is he giving you so much money? What is he expecting from you? The Reverend brought up the slavery of women. I remember watching a movie where in Roots, the mother brought the 12-year-old to the overseer's cabin and pushed the child in there saying, he will give you a blanket, a new blanket. And this is not much different. It looks like a car, clothing, money. It's not any different.
Yeah.
And as a parent, my heart broke listening to the voice of this woman, this child woman. And I heard the burden of her existence. And so she needs to know that she is and will continue to be a child of God. And her experience...
Patricia, first of all, okay, I want you to...
In time, God willing.
Right. I want you to help us understand something. Is it okay? Is it normal? Is it excusable that, you know, lately we are beginning to see that in number of, Gen Zs finding so much interest in these older men? Because I believe that when this man approached her, she started having some level of likiness. Yes, Reverend Daniel mentioned this, maybe due to the nice things that, you know, he was doing for her and everything. But then now there's this concept, there's this idea that the older men will take better care of you. So forget about the younger ones. Forget about your age mates. Forget about the ones that are between, 2 to 5 years older than you. Go for the way older ones because they can do better.
Okay, so in response to that question, just know I am a 34-year retired teacher. I've worked with adults, high schoolers, raised 4 children. And so what happens with, what I've seen is that parents and children are not having the important conversations about relationships, real relationships. So children are learning from television, very false, and she mentioned fairy tale ideas or versions of what a relationship looks like. And that is so untrue. And so these young ladies and some young men at some points as well are entering into the world thinking that a relationship where someone cares about you should look like this.
Yes.
They should take care of you. And their version of taking care is buying you clothes, buying you food, paying your rent. And they're not paying any attention to the emotional needs, the spiritual needs, the mental health needs of these young Gen Zers and individuals. And so our Gen Z population, they don't quite understand what a true relationship, a solid relationship is supposed to look like. And sadly, a lot of our parents haven't had that experience either. Right? And so that's the part where we need to have that conversation. We need to have these courageous conversations. And a lot of people are too busy running around trying to get the dream of the home, the car, the food, did you say iPhone 16?
Yes. And now there's even 17, so yeah.
And right. And what is that? And that's your happiness? So it's very heartbreaking. We need to create forms where we can have these conversations where, like the Reverend said, the kids have to, number one, figure out who they are, define their values. Once they know their values, then they can create their non-negotiables. When you do this to me, it's going to take away my spirit, my soul, so I will have to walk away from you. They have to create those boundaries. And within the boundaries that they create, that's where they can develop their spirit. That's where they can grow their souls. And that's where they can actually contribute and discover their authenticity. And that authenticity is what will clear the path to what their destiny is, what God has created them to be. That authenticity brings them back to who it is God sent them down to this earth to be.
Right.
It takes courage. And there's a lot of fear, and people are so afraid. As she said, she's so afraid of losing the house, the cars,
everything,
the comfort. And what is this fear doing for you? It's going to kill you. It really will, because you'll get ulcers, migraines, and then your body will start to break down, as we hear it in her voice.
Right. Patricia, we'll come back to you. Please do not go away. Continue staying with us. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also join into the conversation. Our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. Counsellor Perfect is here. Reverend Daniel is here. We also have Patricia on Zoom. And so what is it that you would want to contribute in this? Do you have a friend or relative who is going through a similar situation, or maybe you are in a similar situation? You haven't been bold enough to speak about it to anybody, please, and you know that you really do need help, please call, or you can send your message to our various social media platforms, and we'll definitely be reading them in the course of the show. Reverend Daniel, coming to you with my next question. What deters parents, African parents, Ghanaian parents, from having that sit-down conversation? Patricia mentioned something, having that sit-down conversation about relationships, about sex, even mentioning certain parts of the body is difficult in a typical Ghanaian home. You can't mention it. When you hear it in school and you come and mention it at home, hey, kawanutum, you are immediately shocked.
Yeah.
It's like it's an abomination to mention a certain part of your body.
You see, there is something that goes on parenting. You are a product of what you know and the environment that you live in.
Yeah.
And the choices that you make and the decisions that you make. So quite often, what does that parent know? That's the conversation, because the parent doesn't know.
Yeah.
And it's brought forth. You see, quite often we think maturity is age.
Yes.
But maturity is not age. Maturity is about the capacity you have built and which you are able to demonstrate that capacity in terms of growing up a child at the age brackets and bringing them to that place, identifying even their potentials, their needs, their temperaments, growing them up to be the person that you want them or they want them themselves to be. So there's a gap in parenting. That's one thing. Naivety, ignorance, and those things, immaturity within parents. So you go into a home, you see the systems that their children are brought up. You see that the person doesn't even know how to take care of himself, the child himself or herself in the home, or how to perform duties in the house, or even cooking, because that woman doesn't even know anything. So it affects that person. The second thing is that in our cultural setup, quite often we are not too confident about talking about sexuality. So the moment even, you see, you can't even mention the private part in a way that you have to mention. Because if I do it right now,
you will trend.
Yes. But it's a name.
Reverend will trend.
But the English name we mentioned.
Yeah, the English name is very comfortable to mention.
But when you mention the Chi name, so actually you ask yourself, why? What are we doing to yourself? So that's us. But we on this platform gives us the opportunity to grow and to become a better person.
Yeah.
You see, when this girl was presenting her story, you see something that men use. Men have a bait. And this bait is always pouncing on your vulnerability, as Aunt Patricia said.
Yes.
Because they are not looking for the strong deer, they are looking for the vulnerable. So they have a bait. And this girl, there's a silent issue about this whole scenario. It's money.
Yes.
So now he's talking about money.
Yeah,
No, that's not even problem. That's not a problem. There are others that they use that bait to lure you into certain vices.
Okay.
Could be drugs.
Yeah.
Because those who involve themselves in drugs, it's the same bait. They attend to your needs.
Yes.
Make sure that they are supplying what you need.
Yes.
Then you become a victim of that. And other sexual vices that people get into.
Yeah.
It's the same bait that they use.
Yeah. And
also, other spiritual things that people don't, more especially those who are in occultic practices. There are certain girls, they are dying.
Oh.
They are dying slowly. Gone too soon. A lot of them. This young girl gone too soon. Because you see, the man is providing. We have not asked the question, where is he getting his money?
Yes.
Why is he spending so much on me as a young girl that even she has a daughter? That man may have a daughter, may have a wife. That wife has no vehicle, but it's bought a vehicle for you. That woman is living in an old wretched house, but he has rented an apartment for you. So the question we need to ask is, what does he want? We don't ask such questions. So there is always a bait that which most men use. and they come not as genuine. The real thing is behind, but they use the bait to lure you into their circle. And they have made sure that they are built that web around themselves. So it's like a spider's web. When you enter, you are locked inside. It's difficult for you to go. This girl, it will be difficult for her to get out. One, who is that man?
Ooh, if he's very powerful, very influential. And I think he's very influential and powerful because he's got the money.
Money. And not only that money, as for money issues, sometimes you can solve it. But what is he connected to? What is that man connected to?
Yeah.
That one is silent.
Yeah.
the girl may not know.
Yeah.
What is he really connected to that all that he likes is that? Why doesn't he use his manhood?
Exactly.
Why is he not using it?
What are you using your manhood for?
You're asking him?
Yeah, I'm asking him.
So why is he not using it? Is he involved in something that is the reason why, or is it a medical condition? We're only assuming. So when you have a person who is involved in something extra that you do not know, they use this bait to lure you into their web. And because their web is so protected, you become a victim. And sometimes it becomes difficult. But whatever it is, like Auntie Patricia said, we like her boldness in approach. That is a plus.
Yeah.
It means she needs help.
Yeah.
She has come out seeking for help. And with the help of God and people like us talking about it, at least a window. It doesn't matter, I've always said, a room may be very dark. Just scratch a match. 25% illumination happens. So you should look at what we are saying now. Look at her situation, the things that will help her. First, identify who she is. Number two, identify the situation that I am in now. It's a mess situation. I don't want it. Non-compromise. Third, you should seek for that which we are doing now, counseling as to how to come out of it so that in the way of solving the problem, he doesn't rather create problems.
Doesn't irritate them.
Yes.
Because right now the question that I'm
or
asking
not even
myself,
that, you see, not even irritating him and the man. No. If he blows this issue to someone else who's not discreet enough, that also creates a social image for the person.
Yeah.
And you'll be entering into a battle you cannot fight.
Yeah.
So we are helping her that in this issue, we'll guide her how to come out of this issue. And I believe Counselor Perfect will do that. There should be a proper discussion. I mean, sit down with the man, irrespective. Even if, you see, I always say, Osama bin Laden had a wife. You know that?
Yes.
So he had a wife. Have you seen a wife before?
No.
Was she caught?
No.
Thank you. So whatever it is, there is something that could be done, irrespective of who the man is. It could be powerful politically, it could be powerful spiritually, it could be powerful economically. Have an honest discussion.
Counselor Perfect, with everything that our lady narrated to us, I believe that the man has absolute total control. He tells her what to do. Because, and Auntie Patricia mentioned something, boundaries. She doesn't have her liberty, she doesn't have her freedom. She has I don't even think that she has a say in the marriage. Because the man has virtually, basically done everything for you, even before you got married. Now, having to let him know that this act that you keep on letting me engage in, I am uncomfortable with it, I am not happy with it, then this man, I don't know if she can even gather the vim and the courage to go before him and say, I'm not happy about this particular act, which is, in case you just joined in, Anyways, let me put this out there. We are talking about the story of a 22-year-old who is married to a 58-year-old man, and this man does not sexually satisfy his wife. Now, guess what he does? What he does is to watch this 22-year-old have sexual relations with another woman whilst he satisfies himself. And then watches her do whatever with, you know, like lesbian acts with another one, which is bizarre, is absurd. But then we have to go on a very, very quick break. Counsellor Perfect, I want you to just briefly tell us this, then we go on the break. If she doesn't have the courage to face the man because she doesn't have that authority, she doesn't have that, she can't even find it anywhere in herself to do it. How can she say that I need to let this man know, regardless of what he's doing, I'm not happy?
Yeah, you see, first of all, to be practical about her situation, her ignorance and her being naive, that is where her ticket is. So you going up front to tell the man, I don't like this, I want out, you are just digging your grave.
Ooh.
So before she does that, she should have something she's standing on. You understand? She should prepare herself secretly. The man is now not aware that she doesn't like it. The man thinks that she's just a young child. He's exploiting her and all that. So on the blind side of the man, whatever he's giving you, save it. That is where your power is. Let your account, save it. Get knowledge about what you are in. Now you are married to him for 2 years. You have not consummated, so it's not marriage legally. Get your fat together.
Okay.
Get everything prepared. So whenever you are going, you know that when this happens and he doesn't reason with me, this is what I'm going. I have my my end game.
Yes.
You understand? Have your A plan, B plan. Before you go, you just can't go. And your family, to your father, let them have something to do. So that they don't depend on you.
On you.
If it's work, get them start doing something. If they need to start some entrepreneurial thing, let your mom start doing that. So when you back off, you can, the little that you have, you can at least sustain yourself. You can move out from where you are now to a far place he can't reach you. You can restart your life over again. So she needs to do all these things before she goes to the man and tell him that I don't like having an affair with ladies, other women, I want to have an affair with you. Because whatever the man is in, if the ladies start asking these questions, he will start trying to obey me. I don't know how to. He will start trying to make things harder. You understand? Yes.
I know that's what Reverend was trying to get at.
Yes.
That's. I know that's what he was trying to get. Because we'll come back so that you continue that bit for us. But we have to go on a very quick break. When we come back, Let's Talk continues with me. We'll be right back. And we're still here on Let's Talk right here on Joy Prime. My name is Asiodua Akomia. We still have Auntie Patricia on Zoom. We have Counsellor Perfect and Reverend Daniel ANNAN, where we are talking about the story of a 22-year-old who is married to a 58-year-old man who has not been able to satisfy her sexually, not to even talk about having sex with her in the marriage. 2 years of they being married, there's been nothing, no consummating whatsoever at all. All the man does is to watch her have sex with another woman. And that is what satisfies him sexually. Very pitiful, isn't it? We want you to join in the conversation and share your thoughts with us. What do you think? Do you have a story? But I want us to go to our Facebook page. I want us to read some messages, but then in case you just joined and you were not able to join right at the beginning, and so you couldn't hear our lady share her story, I want to give you the opportunity to listen to her so you can think about it properly and then join in the conversation.
Dear Isidore, I am 22 years old am married to a 58-year-old man. For 2 years, people have looked at me and seen a girl who made it. A girl who moved her family from struggle into comfort. A girl who went from worrying about rent and hospital bills to living in a mansion she never dreamt of entering. But behind all that luxury, I am slowly breaking. I met my husband in my final year at university. At that time, I was drowning. Fees, family problems, no proper support system. He stepped into my life like an answered prayer. He provided for me, helped my mother, supported my siblings, paid my fees, everything. And not once did he demand sex or even suggest it. I used to think he was just being respectful, a gentleman with patience. Then we got married. 2 years now, and still, we have never had sex. Not once, not even an attempt. My husband only wants one thing. He wants to watch me with other women. That is what satisfies him. That is all he ever asks for. So while people see me living a fairy tale life, I'm living a secret that is slowly eating me alive. I feel like I'm trapped between gratitude and guilt, desire and duty, comfort and confusion. I want to live. I want to be free. I want a normal marriage, a normal love, a normal life. But the truth, I am terrified. Terrified of losing the house, the cars, the comfort, and most importantly, the financial security my family now enjoys because of him. Leaving him, it feels like tearing down everything he built for us. But staying also feels like tearing myself apart. Every day, I wake up asking myself, is this really the price of a better life? How long can I keep pretending? Do I choose myself or everything my family has gained? I know I need help. I know something has to change. But honestly, I don't know where to start or how to start it. Isidua, please. I need help.
We are doing our very best to help you, our dear lady. It must be hard. Thinking about it, talking about it right now, opening your matter up and all. We can tell that it's a very difficult moment for you. It's been a very difficult 2 years for you in this marriage. Our heart goes out to you.
Mr. The audience.
Our heart really goes out to you. Let's go on Facebook. Let's read some comments. So, Khalifa says, your happiness matters all. You can be comfortable, but without happiness, it's not complete. Samuel Akintuya says, when you were deciding as a 22-year-old lady to marry a 58-year-old man, you didn't come here to ask our opinions. Oh, every lady out there knows exactly what they want. Enjoy your money. Oh, Samuel. Samuel, don't do that. DG Talent says, this 2000s born go wind you, but no grief for them. Joseph Ajari Mensah is saying, not be me ask her to marry her father's age mate. Such nonsense doesn't even deserve to be posted. See, you have no idea what, hey, okay, aha. Can you imagine? So, Asankame Nelson says, she should ask Regina Daniels for help. They say experience is the best teacher. Number one, Yahaya says Regina Daniels should be able to answer this question. Daniel Derry is saying, I'm tired of reading comments about desperate ladies marrying after money and don't want to pay for the sacrifice involved with it. One, any lady marrying a man old enough to be her father is after worldly things like money. Her own case, 58 minus 22 is equal to 36.
The mathematics.
Number two, she said by herself that he's so rich. That means there's no love but the love of money. Three, she said he paid her bills and as well as the family bills too. So that was the reason for her being with him. No love. Sleeping with your colleagues' women energized him spiritually, which gives him the money you are busy spending. So deal with it. Nowadays, ladies don't want to start with a man succeed in life, but always wants the ready to spend men, but don't want to face consequences. David Tego says, I would say that when dating a partner, you should dive deep into their personal life. Okay, so these particular comments are from when we posted the story. Yeah, so David Tego said that I would say that when dating a partner, you should dive deep into their personal life before considering marriage in order to avoid such situations. Makumate says things are happening in Multinuma homes. Who said a Multinuma? Oh, God. Matthias Naparanena says, this generation of kids not trouble. Oh, you chose it. Be there. Lily Ose says, who are you asking? Enjoy, my dear. Obapa Sewa Washington says, enjoy your marriage. So you see the thread with which the messages are going. Aha. Kweku Wale says, I started scrolling after reading the first 7 words. Richmond says, you claimed it's pure love and peace. Enjoy. So the main focus of Ghanaians after this story, this case was posted is the fact that she decided to get married to a rich 58-year-old man. Into the morning in our and say, Okudisi. But you know, I mean, we can't really tell if truly she was in love or she is in love. But I don't think that in this situation she finds herself, she's in love. Even if she's to tell us that she loves this man, I would say it's a big fat lie that she doesn't love this man. Please, you have an opportunity to call into the show. And so the phone number is currently on your screen. You can send in your messages on our WhatsApp, 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Call into the show and let us hear what you have to say. If you have a story that is similar to this, please call us, because indeed things are happening. Young girls are suffering. Some of the things, they cannot be shared public, but we know they are happening. We see some of them online. But you see, that's why Let's Talk is here for you. If you do not make it bare and bring it bare and talk about it, how would we learn from it? Do you understand? And so we want to help each and every one of you. So do not hesitate to share your story with us. And so the number is on your screen. Pick it up and call. Patricia, Aunt Patricia, are you still on? Oh, okay. All right. So we'll come to you, Aunt Patricia. It seems she's unable to hear me. Okay. Counselor Perfect. Now, at this point, it seems that I'm pretty sure that Ghanaians who are going to start calling into the show will be pushing her for the fact that she followed money and then married a 58-year-old man. Now, this is the part where I want us to talk about. Her family, most especially her mother. Yeah. What if her mother also married her father at age 21 or age 22? And absolutely saw nothing wrong with her being a 21-year-old or a 20-year-old, getting married. Maybe her time, she got married to a man that's only her. But this is a man who has everything put together and luckily does not have a wife, because she did not mention that she's a second wife or a third wife. So there's a high possibility the man is either divorced, a widower, or never married before he met this lady. Please think about the answer that you would give me. I want to take our first caller. Our first caller is calling from Medina. Good evening.
Good evening, Auntie.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing very well. I would love for you to speak, audibly, be a bit audible for me.
All right.
What's your name?
Comment on what the lady said about her marriage.
Please go ahead. Okay.
Okay, but for me, I think, first of all, I don't think she married for love. I think she got in for the money. And for me, I don't think there's anything she can do about this, but rather than talking to the man.
Okay.
And I believe that if Holly is willing to, change the situation, I think she should talk to the man rather, because bringing it on TV, I don't think we can help her do anything but because we are not in her shoes.
Yeah.
And she went in for the money. She knew what was going to happen because the man is 36 older than her.
I believe she hoped she would have a fairy tale kind of marriage, a Disney kind of marriage, because the man was lavishing on her, spending on her, making her feel good, making her family members also feel good. But she never anticipated or expected that the man would subject her to such, misdemeanor or such evil act.
I think this is spiritual. That's how I see it from my side. I think this is spiritual. So she should rather talk to the man, and I believe he will sort things out.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Thank you. Thank you so much. You can also call into the show. Before I come to Counsellor Perfect, let's take some WhatsApp messages. We have a number of them coming up at the moment. You can also send in your message on WhatsApp 055-157-5757. Are the WhatsApp messages ready? So I read them. Counsellor Perfect, whilst we get the messages ready, please. Okay, yeah, they are here. All right. So, hello, Golden Girl. Well, hello. As always, you look amazing. Thank you very much. In the Gambia, where I'm from, it's very common for your parents to just give you to a man old enough to be your grandfather to get married to you, just because that person is rich and going through a lot in that marriage sometimes. But I hope it all turns out well for those going through this kind of situation. I'm Mariatu from Gambia. Imagine you getting married to someone who can't have sex with. Is just crazy. I feel like this man has something hidden from her that she has not yet discovered. Yeah, we are also beginning to think same. All right, next one. Good evening to you, Golden Girl, and your panelists. I like what Reverend Daniel is saying about the impact of women and mothers on many great men. Jacob is Samuel, for example. What I'll say about today's topic is that the lady could have used the money she has been gaining to start something to gain more money and become financially comfortable. Imagine keeping 50% of that money in the bank and taking it at the end of the year or two with interest and probably buy the house and cars she wants. That way, she could leave the man with the idea that she has enough to take care of herself and her family. She's of good age and has more time to do better than this. I also think it's because of the idea put in our minds that we must take care of our parents just like they did for us. However, I don't know if you would agree with me, but I think taking care of our parents when we make it in life should be an act of gratitude and generosity rather than an act of obligation. Thank you. I'm Mike from Sunyani. This is a whole new conversation altogether. All right, so let's move on. In this case, the lady didn't go in for love or relationship. She went in for luxury and for her family to get a better life. And I think the parents even asked her to go for him because he can take good care of you. Yeah, it could be. But never ask themselves, why is he doing all that for her? In my opinion, I think she should get enough that can help her do business or pay and learn handiwork and quit. Every other person should also find their way out. They say problem no they finish, and we cannot finish solving family issues. We definitely cannot. All right, so let me take our next caller. Someone calling from Ashaman Estate.
Yeah, Ashaman. Good evening.
Ashaman, okay, Ashaman Estate. Hi, Samuel. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I mean, the girl's situation is rather unfortunate, but I think we also have to, face the truth and be honest, because clearly not all that is good.
Yeah.
And it looks that he's also a big price, greedy and all. Instead of let love, she actually looked at the lavishing lifestyle that the man actually poured on her.
Yeah.
Because man, I mean, you've seen how sweet women are, and let alone your wife. You don't want to go near her or they have intimacy with her, but you rather enjoy, seeing her,
Yes, with other women.
So, yeah, of course. So I mean, that is not normal. It's not normal. I mean, I don't need to get a GED to, know that the man is involved in some kind of occultic stuff. So, I mean, I'm hoping even if the girl is able to, get out of that, she still needs serious counseling because it could affect, her emotional stability and all that. Yeah, and I know there are a couple of ladies out there, going through this same thing, just that, she has been bold and then she's come out and she wants an advice. So I think we just have to be merciful on her because we are all not perfect.
Yeah. We are all being very merciful towards her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Samuel, for calling into the show. We appreciate you. Councillor Perfect, please quickly brush on the question I asked.
Yeah, she needs counselling and deliverance because it's not just physical. With the parent, if you're a mother and you married early, you know what you're going through. Maybe your husband is broke now, this man is rich, but no good mother will want her 20-year-old girl who has just finished school, not experienced life, to just hurry her into marriage. No, it's not the best. No mother will do that. They want you to have life and something for yourself before you get married. And even not an old man who is older or the same age as your father. No mother will do that. If they do that, then it means there's something somewhere.
Yeah.
Things are not clicking. Things are not working. So the man is now a cash cow for them. That they are going to milk him. And they are using the girl as a sacrificial lamb for the whole family. You don't allow yourself to do that. So the mother, no mother will do that. If she's doing that, then the mother is having something. It's not right. She's not that matured enough. And we have parents who do that. Even sometimes some guys will come around because of some small things they have. They'll be pushing their daughters, go in and sleep with them and get something. That is not right. If your mother is doing that, your mother doesn't have your best interest at heart.
Right.
And the person can be your mother, your father, but they will not have your best interest at heart. They'll be looking at themselves.
So
how
what
to preserve,
they are personally
gaining than you. So you should be careful. And I like to say this, that success is not about how people will feel when they see you. No. Success is about what you do. And when you go to sleep, you can sleep peacefully. You can have that happiness in your life.
Okay.
Many people equate success to material gain. It's not that. That is what has led a lot of youth thinking that if I have the latest things, if I drive, if I wear the nice clothes, then I'm successful. People see me and all that. No, that is not the mark
the lavish life, the good life.
That is not success. And you see, it's not one definition. It's not one cup fits all. It's success to me could be maybe academic laurels, happiness, getting married, having kids. Somebody, success is just being okay with myself, not even married, not even having kids. It's different. So we should just get away from the materialistic mentality to understanding ourselves that success is about me being the best of myself.
Okay, all right. Auntie Patricia, hi. Can you give us your final take, 30 seconds, and then we go?
So final take, I apologize, I wasn't able to get in, but real quickly, next generation changes. Think about if they're going into relationships and not having these conversations with their parents as a young adult, 20, 21, 22, think about going to counseling.
Okay.
Right? Your
Okay.
parents will give you some information. God has so much more information that you can get to learn about how to have healthier relationships,
Okay.
how to ask the right questions.
Okay. All right, Auntie Patricia, thank you so much for joining. Reverend Daniel, please.
This is a damaged soul.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the soul of the person. It's a damaged soul. The soul has been crushed. The soul has been damaged. I like this Bible quotation. He restoreth my soul. God is the answer, because this, I will not be surprised that the soul is sold out.
Ooh.
I will not be surprised that the soul is sold out. And I said, well,
Reverend.
I will not be surprised that this money can never be used for any profitable venture, because maybe where it is coming from.
Yeah.
So when your soul is damaged, not all that glitters is gold. So we should look at our soul. Keepeth my soul. Seek help through prayer, through Christ. The soul should be restored. Other than that, the consequences could be damning.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you've learned so much in relation to this story. I want to say thank you to Patricia Poku, who's a life coach, and she's a hard advocate for women doing well, women succeeding in life. And so we were excited having her in the conversation. Counsellor Perfect, thank you so much for joining every single Tuesday when you have the time. And Reverend Daniel, same thanks goes to you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on today's edition of Let's Talk.